Welcome back to Ask an Innovator. We are here with Matt and Brian from RedzoneX Fitness. Guys, I was thinking about a quote during the break, something I had to read. I'm going to tell you the quote. You may or may not who figure it out. It's a fitness person. It's a fitness guru. Okay. Let's see if you can guess the quote. It's related to business. Just remember, you cannot climb the ladder of success with your hands in your pockets. Former governor of California.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
That's him, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah. So here's a fitness guy. You guys are both fitness guys.
Yeah.
Who has turned into somewhat of an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
I would say. Do you have any idols? Do you have any people you look up to in the fitness world or in the business world? Famous people or family?
Somebody that we look up to. I mean, I read all the inspirational books, so not necessarily somebody in the fitness industry, but when you hear of speakers such as, Gary Vee, Grant Cardone,
right.
When you talk about Tony Robbins, those are the guys that kind of inspire me to just to get up and do a little bit more every day. So it's not pushing me further in the fitness business, but it's just kind of, keeping me in check, making sure that I'm inspiring for something. I'm always, pushing forward and I'm not staying like complacent. I'm always moving. So it helps me out. Even if it's not taking much, it just kind of gets my mindset right back in check. So yeah.
Awesome.
I'd be probably the same. Like Tony Robbins, probably my biggest motivator for that. But then the fitness side of things, there's a ton of people. I mean, I'm a big Paul Quinn guy, so I follow a lot of Charles's stuff. And for me, learning his material, and he's been my guru that I look to. And then guys like Mike Boyle, he's another guy too for more functional fitness side of things too.
Yeah, that's amazing. You talk about, both mentioned Tony Robbins. I mean, I don't think there's anyone that can really argue against his message. Yeah. It's a message of positivity. It's a message of personal change. You're in the type of work that inspires positivity and personal change. Do you find it rewarding? Do you find your work rewarding? Do you find working with health and fitness, do you find that to be a rewarding career?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, it's super rewarding. I mean, it always was rewarding from the day when we worked in the big box gym to now. It's just something a little bit extra special when, when we get these testimonials and people are telling us how much they enjoy what we're doing. It's just, it allows us to know that we're doing the right thing. Sometimes, because we work in our business, we don't work on our business, we're working in it all the time, so we don't have ever time to really reflect and think about how things are going. So recently we just kind of put out a questionnaire, and some of the feedback was pretty cool to hear. We don't get to hear it all the time. People don't come to us at the end of the class and tell us how they really feel, so them being able to write it down, it was pretty cool to read.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I find that in the business of helping people, we're often confronted with the conundrum of do you chase helping people or do you chase the money? How important is the business side of things and the relationships that you have with people versus the money side of the business? Just talk about the relationship between money and, say, people and relationships.
I think they go hand in hand. I think if you build those relationships like we have been doing, the money kind of follows. If you're chasing the money, chances are I think you're not putting enough into the relationships. It's actually one of our main kind of mission statements is, we're making sure that we're building relationships. And the way we build relationships is not by just providing the service, but it's by the stuff we do after the service. If somebody's doing our program and it's 45 minutes long, we don't just take off after the 45 minutes. We ask them about their family. If they're a sailor, we ask them about how sailing is. We get into their lives and it gets involved. And once we build that relationship, I feel like that's what keeps sustainability, and that's what keeps people coming back to us and wanting to, trust us with their money and their goals after their maybe 1 year term runs up. Why are they going to come back to us when they could try out? Because there's so many different things in the market right now. So why would they, why would they stay with us and not switch over? So
you guys are both from Thunder Bay.
Yeah.
What do you think it's like running a business in Thunder Bay versus, say, a big city in Toronto? What do you think the pros and the cons of running a business in Thunder Bay are, say, versus a big city like Toronto?
I mean, for one, it's kind of a pro and a con. It is small, so a lot of people talk. So if there's good things to say, everybody hears it.
Yeah.
There's bad things to say, everybody's going to hear that. So that's kind of on both sides of the fence for that. But it is smaller, so like when you do some marketing and stuff, you can reach more people with what you're doing. Whereas in a big city, you got to spend a lot more time on kind of driving that marketing to that market.
Yeah. I mean, that is our marketing, is the relationships we build. People, give us referrals. We don't go out and use social media as much as we should. We know that's a downfall. We don't go out and, pay for advertising. it's just word of mouth. So word of mouth's been really good for us. So, you know, living in a place like Thunder Bay's been exceptionally well for us. But like Matt said, you know, if anything slips, it could go spiral the other way too. So
on the show here, we talk a lot about marketing. We talk a lot about social media, the S word, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat.
We're horrible at all of them.
You're horrible at all of them.
Yeah.
I love it. You're horrible at all of them, but yet you're full, right? Your business is at capacity.
We're full,
Yeah, I mean, I think too, like to play on that too, like, you know, we do, like what Brian was saying, we do invest some time getting to know our clientele. So we don't really utilize it as we should, but that's because, you know, when someone comes in, we're very much face-to-face personal business.
Right.
Like we talk to that person, you get invested in what they do with their life, and then they, you know, ask you about yours. So if you show interest there, maybe you don't need to do it as much as some businesses do.
So if I gave you $1,000 right now and I asked you to spend it on some advertising medium, what would it be?
$1,000.
$1,000.
It would probably. Well, right now we're still just growing our business, right? So honestly, the $1,000 would probably just go towards a sign for us. Like, we're still putting signs and everything up on our building. So I mean, that's our advertising right now. We got a great location on Memorial. We got a huge big billboard sign out in front right now. And that seems to be driving a lot of people in right now. Is kind of seeing where we are, because our biggest complaint is, where are you guys?
Because we're bad.
Yeah, because of our social media.
Right.
I mean, of course we can improve, but like I mentioned earlier, is we work in the business, so we're working all day, every day. And now that we're getting, you know, the payback of clients coming in, it's great. But we don't. At the end of the day, when I mentioned my daughter, like, and I got an hour before she goes to sleep, the last thing I want to do is write, you know, a Twitter post when I can go play with her. So
fair enough.
Absolutely, we will take the back seat down the road and you know, do a little bit. But for now, it's kind of. It's been working, so we're just going to roll with it. But
is there anything that's really caught you off guard about running a business? Is there anything going into it, once you hit the open sign, you hit the play button, you started to generate revenue? Is there anything that's really caught you off guard about it? Things that you really didn't plan for?
Probably the costs.
Yeah,
like everything. Like you don't think, you think about, okay, I got to get my business license, so I've got that fee, but then it's like, okay, what kind of software are you going to run? So, you know, we run MindBody, so we pay for that. We have Polar Technology, so we have to pay for that. You get your bookkeeper, your accountant, lawyers, like the fees just keep going. Then all of a sudden, you know, we're lucky with where we are, but a lot of places, you know, you're paying the triple net and everything. So make sure, especially for entrepreneurs starting, that you really have a good business plan, because you might write down a few costs, but until you really realize all of the costs, you're not going to be able to equate how much, you know, even salary you could take in the first year, because you don't understand the cost. So,
or you don't understand how much money you're going to be bringing in, right? Too. So our business plan was pretty good, pretty detailed. We did some stuff through the city of Thunder Bay.
Right. So you reached out and got some help on your business plan?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we got a startup grant.
And who in Thunder Bay did you reach out to? Which organization did you reach out to help you?
CDC?
CDC.
Yeah, Ryan Moore there.
Right.
He kind of helped us along.
Economic development.
Yeah, it was great. They brought in the accountants, the lawyers. They just let us know some of that.
Right.
So some of those hidden costs we were able to find pretty quick.
Right.
But I mean, even our business plan, like, it's just a plan.
It sounds
that
like
kind of went out the window in a way when you started buying stuff and having to get, like you said, bookkeepers, accountants all lined up. But I mean, if we didn't have those people, we'd be way worse off.
Yeah, that's amazing. It sounds like it's important to ask for help. It sounds like it's important to reach out. It sounds like innovation is very, very exciting. We're going to be right back with Brian and Matt. We're going to have a little bit of fun. These are fitness guys. We're going to talk a little bit about actually fitness. We're not going to get them to demonstrate a front squat or anything, but we're going to talk a little bit about fitness when we come back. Stay with us.